Since it is Halloween season, or October is here, I thought it would be a good idea to go through, because you're a record collector and we both like have been music fans for a while. Talk about maybe some good vinyl that you can spin. It doesn't even have to be vinyl, just stuff you can look up maybe on Spotify and add it to your playlist or whatever else. And we're going to do that. So we both have a list of around five or so, but we can, add some here or there if you
Yeah,
want to.
I've got my stack of vinyl right next to me to pull out.
Yeah, and I tried to pick some weird stuff that a lot of people may not expect. But also, you kind of got to go with like some of your like all-time favorites that you just, this time of year, okay, it's go time. Let's play this.
Right.
So, Ryan, you go ahead, man. Start us off. What do you got?
This is a band I've listened to them for many years. Super influential, and they have a lot of horror elements in their music. And that, of course, is the Misfits, with songs like Halloween, Hellbound, Blood Feast, Where Eagles Dare, Skulls, I Turn Into a Martian, I Living Dead, London Dungeon.
Yeah, it just sounds like a horror movie.
Yeah, and it's punk. So, I don't know. That
That's one that's Uncle Bill always, that's one of his go-tos as well. I never really got super into the Misfits. I mean, I don't dislike their music, but I just don't. I think I may have a CD or two.
Mm-hmm.
We did meet. We actually sat right beside of Michael Graves one year at Scarefest. He was
wow.
He's a really cool guy. He was like the replacements Misfit
For Glenn,
guy.
yeah.
But yeah, was wearing makeup and everything. He seemed like a pretty nice fella.
Cool. So what you got?
Oh man, this one right here is just quirky. If you're a fan of this show from back in the day, this was a Goodwill find right here. This was $1. I think I got it in a Lexington or Louisville Goodwill. And I was a fan of this show. My mom actually watched this show as a young kid, and it was one of the things that got her in. She was pretty hardcore into horror movies at a younger age, and this is kind of what got her there. I think a little bit. It's one of the stepping stones onto like more traditional horror. But this is a record that they did back in the '60s for Dark Shadows, right? So this has got like a lot of the theme songs and stuff from the movie, but it also has like original songs with Barnabas and shit in it. Like, what was the Barnabas song? It's so goofy. I think it's "I'll Be With You Always." Was it's like a love song from Barnabas Collins. But yeah, this show is a lot of fun. But the only bad thing is, it's one of those shows that like you would literally have to spend hours upon hours to get through like the storylines of these shows, because they are so like slowly paced. This was a soap opera, and it was a daily soap opera for years and years and years. Like, you can look this up. Like, that's the only bad part, but there's some good shit in this. Jonathan Fred was awesome in his role. The whole cast is really good. But yeah, they definitely, just the theme song of Dark Shadows itself is just it's got a great vibe. And yeah, this is from like 1968, I think, and it's the original record from back then.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
For my second pick, this musician, I actually just saw him for the first time last year in October, and I've always been a fan of his stuff, whether it's his solo stuff or with the band he was originally with. And that, of course, is King Diamond.
Oh, yeah.
I've always been a fan of his stuff. And I love his music for especially like Them and Abigail, because these two, they kind of tell a story. You know, when you listen closely to the lyrics, they're kind of like horror-themed kind of stories throughout the whole thing. And, I mean, the artwork on the album, I mean, you got Spooky Old House.
Dude's got to be getting up there in age too, right?
Oh, yeah.
He's still singing like that. That's insane.
Hell yeah, he is. And he sounded amazing last year. I mean, he was still hitting like the high notes, like in Welcome Home, Grandma, and it was wild. Killer guy, great show. I mean, literally all of his music is just like if you were just listening to like a horror movie with headphones on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Per album.
Yeah. That's another one. Uncle Bill, I think, has got a lot of his stuff as well. Wasn't there a band was that the band, or he does solo stuff?
That's
too,
his
right?
solo stuff. So the band he was in was Merciful Fate.
There you go. Okay.
And Merciful Fate, it was kind of more like traditional, kind of hard rock, kind of early black metal. But it was all kind of like, shit like Evil was one of the songs that was a big hit. Come to the Sabbath, Melissa, and just all these other kind of pseudo-satanic, if not full-blown satanic songs.
Change it up a little bit here, and we'll go from King Diamond to Disney. And
shit.
We both.
I actually pulled my copy out as well.
Yeah.
This was a flea market find for $1.
I think I've got 2 different copies of this. One has the spooky party hits in it, and one of them doesn't.
This one does not.
This is another one from like the 60s. 64, I think. And look at the spooky party games there, and the artwork. That's so cool, huh?
That is sick. See, I don't even have the original jacket with mine. I think mine just had like a white paper one, and I replaced it with this black one to kind of go with the orange.
There you go. But yeah, I mean, this is more or less a lot of sound effects and stuff. Maybe the first time they ever did that, and that become like a huge gimmick on cassette. But yeah, I think that this was a very popular record because they re-released this I don't know how many different times.
Yeah.
Chilling, thrilling sounds of the haunted house. And it may have been one of the very first Halloween-themed records. Like we said, this was like 64, 65.
The only thing early like that I can think of was like the Monster Mash. Came out probably around the same time as that.
Yeah, it does say 1964. Yeah, Boris, what was his name? Boris Pickett.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So you can't go wrong, man. Especially for $1 or whatever it is. Like they sold so many of these, you're bound to find it at some point for pretty cheap.
Yeah.
But a lot of the other ones that came after this are pretty rare to find.
Yeah.
And they're going up in value. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think they may have even repressed this.
They have. They've repressed that one. I know they've repressed the Haunted Mansion one. And the Haunted Mansion one is one that's pretty hard to come by. And there's even like a bunch of other like Disney records, some of which are like Bambi, and they'll have like a book on the inside for you to like read as like the record's playing.
You know what would have been really cool? You know how, and I've got a couple of these, the Colonel Sanders Christmas records. If they did a Colonel Sanders Halloween record, how cool would that have been?
That would have been kind of cool. Oh, shit.
So what you got? What else you got over there?
Well, changing things up for the last little bit of my picks. Got to go with some movie soundtracks. And, of course, you have to have Halloween. And this is a box set. And currently I've got only 1, 3, 4, and 5 in it. I have 2, but it won't fit. But out of these, I mean, you have to go with...
I love that box, too. That's like a collector's item. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's signed by... the record I just pulled out, that's signed by PJ Souls. And then I think it's Tom Adkins, Dick Warlock, Nancy Stevens, Stacey Nelkin, and Tommy Lee Wallace signed all this.
Yeah, I like how you have the paint pen on there. Looks really nice.
One of my favorites in my collection. And I mean, what I love about that version of Halloween, so that's the original pressing that Mondo did. Now, that version, you got snippets of audio from the movie. So if you're playing that, if you've seen the movie, you're literally listening to the movie as you're like in your head, basically, and like watching in your head as you're just listening to it. Because that one, they re-released it And the other times they've re-released it, it has no audio snippets from the movie whatsoever. It's just the music itself.
Now, do you actually like the audio clips from the movie added in there, or would you rather just listen to the music?
It depends on the movie for me, honestly. I like that, having the audio in it, so it's like you're kind of going again through the movie. So, like, oh, that's where this piece of music is in the movie, as I'm listening to it. So when I go back and watch it, I don't know, it just kind of clicks.
There's one that I can think of that, like, I would have bought, but it had that in it. And,
Hmm.
like, I just didn't like that. And that was the Devil's Reject soundtrack when they did
Really?
the. Yeah. Because to me, I just wanted those songs.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of that stuff is pretty hard to get, like the Terry Reid stuff, especially. Like,
Hmm.
but anyway, it's all personal preference. Since we're on Halloween, I'll go real quick. I think is this a Mondo release?
Yeah, it's Halloween 3. That's in the box I got too.
I just think for gimmick packaging, and I'm not going to open it up or anything, but you guys can
Yeah, it's a
Google it.
pain.
There's I mean, it's a killer setup. There's like a card trick game in it.
Yeah.
The soundtrack itself is awesome too. Like all this comes apart. As far as packaging goes, like this is one of my favorite that they did.
Yeah. I liked the fact too that they had multiple variants of that color wise. So there was like the green and I think black, which was the witch. They had like a white and black, which was the skull, and then they had an orange and black, or just solid orange, which was the pumpkin.
I can't remember which one I have here. It doesn't
I
say.
think I think I've got the witch.
But yeah, I love the soundtrack of that too. Just like from the opening seconds of that movie, I just like I don't know. I've always loved the soundtrack to that
Oh
stuff.
yeah, I love the heavy synths in that soundtrack a lot. I love anything that's synthy. My next one of my all-time favorite movies. Huge fan of this movie. I've got a one sheet of it signed by quite a bit of the cast. That is George Romero's Creepshow.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
I mean, it's just one of those
That's another
movies.
one you could listen to those two back to back, Creep Show and Halloween 3. It kind of go well together.
Oh yeah, I mean you've got like the kind of piano bits in it and the synthesizers too with it. Um, I
I
mean,
I do remember the variant I got for that because like it's my favorite variant of all time.
what you get?
Meteor shit green.
That's awesome. Mine is the ocean blue one. So I got this one. You remember Sean?
Uh-huh.
So Sean was at one point collecting every variant that
Yeah.
Waxwork had, and he at one point decided to sell a bunch of them off. I bought this one and Day of the Dead off of him, and got it for a good price off of him. Is all I
Dude,
did.
I would love to get the Day of the Dead one, but I fucking hate that artwork. Like
Yeah,
I'm extremely like upset. Why would they go with like that's probably the worst artwork that they've ever done.
it's definitely one of the worst. The first original Chopping Mall was kind of odd too. A lot of people
Yeah,
were pissy
s-
about that one. I
some
remember.
of their early ones were pretty rough. I think that was kind of an earlier one too, right?
Hmm.
Day of the Dead.
Yeah, Day of the Dead was like one of the first ones they did within the first like couple years, I think.
This is one that's a little bit different. A lot of people don't know who this guy is, and this is an EP record that he did probably 7 or 8 years ago. That is called Halloween, and it's an Americana album, and I thought it was extremely like original at the time because all these songs are kind of like horror themed and horror related. Like there's A Thousand Graves is the name of one album. This is Ruston Kelly, and my
Hmm,
copy's signed.
nice.
He's pretty much unknown. Like I think this is on some people's list as favorite like Halloween stuff, but it does have creepy like acoustics in it. Black Magic. What is it? Hurricane in My Head, Thousand Graves, Poison, and the song Halloween. So yeah, and this is Halloween themed too. It's like a solid, like almost like a creamsicle orange.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah, the music is really good. Unfortunately, like this is the best thing that this guy ever did. A lot of the stuff that he followed was not my thing, but this is a high recommendation actually, especially if you're into like acoustic. I don't know. I don't even know if I would call it Americana really.
Maybe like
But
folk.
yeah, maybe like dark folk music. I don't know, possibly. But yeah, look it up. I actually really enjoyed it. He's a really talented guy, great guitar player. His biggest claim to fame is he was married for 3 or 4 years to Casey Musgraves.
So the last of my 5 picks, I remember for the longest time trying to get this one from Waxwork. And it was out of print at the time. And I think, if I recall correctly, I bought this off of someone on eBay. I don't recall how much I paid or anything like that, but I remember I was so tickled to death when I got this one. You happen to mention it as one of your favorite releases from Scheme Factory, and that is Trick or Treat.
Oh yeah.
And I think this one's like the orange and black one, or just orange color. I can't remember.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've got a bunch of different variants of that. I think they did.
They did picture disc.
Picture disc, yeah.
They did solid orange. They've done like an orange with black splatter. They've done like a split
And they
orange.
do re-releases of those with different colors too.
Yeah, that's what most of their stuff they do re-releases. It's like every few years or so on some stuff, and then there's some stuff they've never re-released, which is odd.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the rights and all that's difficult.
Yeah.
But another one that I had, and we can get into some honorable mentions if you want to, because this is like when I think of bands and just horror rock music, this is the first album that always comes to mind. This is, I mean, I know the band is pretty well known, but this is like, in my opinion, one of the best 80s metal albums that nobody talks about. See if I can dig it out here real quick, because this thing is in a little bit of rough shape, but it's kind of old. I'm a huge fan of this band, but this is my favorite album by far of theirs, and it's the debut album from
Hell yeah.
W.A.S.P.
I
Look
love
at that
some Wasp.
fucking cover.
It's so badass in so many
I
ways.
love it, man.
Oh shit.
But yeah, I listened to this like on CD nonstop back in the day, and this is one of those records that I just kind of broke the bank and paid. Like, it's not crazy expensive, but I just wanted it, and I still don't think it's got a re-release of any kind. This is the one from like '84.
Damn.
Maybe they re-released it since, but the last time I looked, like they didn't do a repress or anything of this. But "Sleeping in the Fire," man, is probably one of my favorite W.A.S.P. songs, and that's the one, this one. Yeah. But later on, they would do "Love Machine." Everybody knows that one. "Animal Fuck Like a Beast," right? But I think that they were doing more along like the lines of like horror metal back then. "Love Machine" is on this one.
Somebody I think is on that one.
"I Want to Be Somebody." Yeah. So, hell yeah. I love every song on this from what I recall, but you can't go wrong with W.A.S.P, man. I've got like a couple of their concert DVDs too. Looked like a lot of fun back in the day. And I always thought like Blackie Lawless was a hell of a singer too.
He still is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, have you seen like some recent videos of him?
No, I haven't really kept up with him recently or anything. I did watch a documentary on Chris Holmes that came out a few years ago, and I know they're not friendly with one another anymore, unfortunately.
These are some honorable mentions. The first one I have, of course, is I just saw him last week, actually this past Saturday, and that is Alice Cooper's "Welcome to My Nightmare."
Hell yeah.
It's just a classic. I love pretty much everything, Alice Cooper when it comes to music. I mean, you got "Welcome to My Nightmare" on this one. You got "Devil's Food," "Black Widow," "Steven," "Only Women Bleed." Then there's songs like "Feed My Frankenstein," that he's done. "He's Back," "The Man Behind the Mask," another big hit.
There was an album of his that I thought of, but I only have it on CD. I should see like the vinyl's probably freaking outrageous or whatever. And it's got the Prince of Darkness song on it that I think he did it for Prince of Darkness. I don't know if they ever, it may be in the credits. I'm not really
Mm-hmm.
sure. But that's the name of the album is Raise Your Fist and Yell. It's from 1987.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like cheesy Alice Cooper stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
I kind of always liked it.
Oh
So,
yeah. I mean, look at albums like Trash. It was kind of cheesy-ish, and then you had albums like
yeah, this is right around that same time like Constrict. I think Constrictor,
Constrictor.
Raise Your Fist and Yell, and Trash are all three right together.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like 87. But yeah, Give the Radio Back. Always like that. I always wanted to use something like that for the show, but of course you can't do it
Yeah.
on YouTube nowadays. But
Right.
yeah, the Prince of Darkness song, Chop Chop Chop, Gale, good shit. So that would be one for me too. But I'll get into another one real quick here. That's kind of a staple when it comes to horror metal. Black
Hell
Sabbath,
yeah.
the first record, man. Like this
Hell yeah.
sounds. This is like maybe the first horror rock song, rock album. And interestingly enough, and we talked about this cover before too, which the rumor was back in the day that it was a real witch that they found and took her photo, right? And that's all bullshit, of course.
Right.
But like I think the movie The Innocents, I think that the idea for this cover comes from a scene in that movie, which is fun. And of course, Black Sabbath is from a Mario Bava movie.
Mm-hmm.
So this is definitely, lots of, and the music itself, the Black Sabbath song itself, pure
Yeah.
evil.
I mean, you got tracks like Wicked Woman on that, or As an Evil Woman. It's either Wicked or Evil. I can't remember which.
The Wizard,
Wizard.
Wicked World,
Mm-hmm.
NIB. Yeah.
My next honorary mention, Ghostbusters. I mean, come on. As a kid, you always heard, who are you going to call Ghostbusters? I mean, it's just classic movie, especially whenever I was a kid. I remember, I think I bought a Blu-ray of it. I want to say I was like 12 years old, 13, 14, something like that. And
They
I
sold
was
a
like,
ton of those back in the day too. That's crazy. This one's so good though that I have two different versions of it. You got to go with Phantasm, man.
oh, hell yeah. I have both versions too.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, from beginning to end, like this is just like pretty much a score, but it's fucking great. Like this is something that you can listen to all the way through. It just puts you in that world, man. You're running from the tall man when you're listening to this. So this is one of my all-time favorite horror movies as well. The score is great. I don't know if you can. I think this one's still. Did they sell this one out?
Last I
I
checked,
don't
it was
know.
still available.
Okay, but yeah, I think this is like the expanded version,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the one that Mondo did. That's just the straight soundtrack, like a remastered version of the soundtrack.
This one, if you show one, you kind of have to show the other, which is, of course, White Zombie.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that. I mean, just Rob Zombie's music in general. I mean, you've got all kinds of crazy ass like horror theme songs going all the way back. With like Dracula, Super Beast. Then you got like later songs like Teenage Nosferatu Pussy.
There you go.
And all kinds of other goofy
Did you
ones.
get it on the exclusive Rob Zombie songs as well?
That was hilarious. Are you talking about the one for the tiers list?
Yeah.
Every time,
yeah.
like, it was so good, make you go, yeah! That's awesome.
There will be more Rob Zombie songs coming soon.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, dude, the White Zombie stuff, I like some of that stuff,
Hell yeah.
and
I've
even
got
the
a
more mainstream Rob Zombie stuff's not too bad. I just don't own a whole lot of it.
right. Like as far as White Zombie goes, I've got this one CD. It was like a misprint. So on the front of it, it says "Make Them Die Slowly," but on the spine it says "Let Them Die Slowly."
Huh?
was kind of like, I guess, like a misprint of some kind.
Another soundtrack here, real quick, because this has got a lot of punk songs on it from back in the day.
Hell yeah.
And big reunion coming up, Living Dead weekend here. This is one of the OGs, man. This is like old school. This is from the 84, 85, whenever the soundtrack came out. You can see the hop sticker there. It looks like it's about had it. But Return of the Living Dead, the soundtrack, what do you got on here? The Cramps, 45 Grave, Roky Erickson, Rory Erickson. I can't read. Roky, I think. Rocky. His stuff's pretty good too, man. He's got some pretty good, like, psychobilly, like, horror stuff, which I don't have a whole lot of his shit, but look up, is it Creature with the Atom Brain or something like that? That's a pretty cool one. But yeah, it's a great one. It's fun. I think somebody has redone this one, right? This is...
So it did get repressed, but it's not been repressed by like any of like, Mondo or Terror Vision or Waxwork. It was, I think, like, I want to say it was some other label, but it's got the exact same artwork on there. Like mine, I have, it's clear with like a blood smear kind of look on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this was, I think this was a big selling record back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They even had, I think, like a picture disc version back in the late 80s, I think. That was kind of sought after. So, my last one, it's actually a box set. Because, I mean, any of these tunes, you can pretty much just pop on. And it gets you kind of in that mood. And that is O Negative. I mean, albums like October Rust and Bloody Kisses especially. Those two get me in the Halloween mood anytime I pop those on.
Cool. Last thing that I had is, I mean, I don't know, like, to me, I could listen to this anytime. Really, it's just an excuse to talk about this. But, yeah, this is the one I found at Walmart for $15 a couple years ago.
Hell yeah.
The Holy Diver album. And this is slightly like, they updated the cover art. I don't really know if, I think they may have remixed it or something like that on this one. But to me, it says 2022 remix. But to me, it sounds exactly the same. I couldn't really tell that big of a difference.
Did you on Record Store Day a few years back or so get this?
I did. Yeah.
It's a kick-ass live album.
That's a live, Holy Diver Live or whatever.
Yeah, 83 in Fresno.
The one cool thing that they did, that his wife did, is she is just really like cashing in on this shit. Like,
hell yeah.
Every record store day, there's some sort of Dio record out. But
I mean, with Ozzy unfortunately passing now, I kind of can see that happening too.
Probably. And I know a lot of, like, those artists did soundboard recordings for all of their shit for years and years and years. So, I mean, they've got countless live records they could do if they want. A big thanks goes out to our supporters over at DEADPIT on Patreon.com. You can get hours upon hours of great content, right, Uncle Bill?
There's so many hours of content. We've got reviews. We've got songs. We've got live streams. We've got exclusive streams. We've got non-exclusive streams. We've got streams with all kinds of celebrities and all kinds of different old shows from the past podcast, the initial incarnation of the show. All of that can be yours.
DEADPIT on Patreon.com. Show us a little bit of love. Give us some money because we definitely deserve it. That Patreon page is so killer that you'll rub your bird to it on a nightly basis. It's that good.
You won't be able to contain yourself. You'll have to jerk your bird out and go crazy. I mean, that's how much content that we have. So much content that it's massive, and it will massively smack you in the face.
You'll play with your bird so much, pretty soon you'll be looking around for somebody else's bird to play with.
Hey everybody, it's your favorite Filipino bitch, Miss Slatko Fudd, telling you about shop.deadpit.com. Simply the best horror shirts. On TeePublic, there are others, but they all suck. And it's the best goddamn deal on horror shirts you will ever see. New shirts, old shirts, all the in-between shirts. God damn it, fools, go over to shop shop.deadpit.com. You ain't down with that. You can go to fucking hell.